Today I am running down my top 5 gig gadgets, so stick around. Hey everybody, it is Aaron from Warmoth, and today I am going to talk about something that has really nothing to do with Warmoth, directly anyway. I'm going to run down my top 5 gig gadgets. And I've done lots of gigs, from dive bars to fly dates to extravagant places. And I've developed preferences, and I've found things that make my gig life easier or more fun. And I'm going to share those with you today. In general, I like to travel light. I like things that are small. I like things that fold down to almost nothing, like a car from the Jetsons. And so I have a few of those things. Some of the things are just fun. But let's go ahead and get started with number 5, the Apache Case from Harbor Freight. These are kind of a cheap Pelican knockoff. And they just are a really sturdy, waterproof-ish case that you can get for not a lot of dough from Harbor Freight. And I love these things. They're hard-sided. They're more or less waterproof. You know, I'm not a Navy SEAL going on special ops. These things don't need to withstand, a depths of 1,000 feet, but they're generally waterproof. You can take them through the rain, and they're pretty stout with solid handles so that they can haul around lots of cables and stuff. I have 3. This one I have my Axifex FM3 and a couple pedals and cables in. Then I've got another one just like it that I haul around all my cables and other things that I'm going to show you in a minute. And then I have this smaller size here that holds my in-ear rig. And some gigs, that's all I'll take. I'll just take these 3 cases and a couple of guitars, and that's all I take. So yeah, I love these things. And I know Harbor Freight sells a bunch of different sizes, so whatever it is you need to encapsulate, I'm sure that they have a size that works for you. Number 4, the Hercules Trav Lite guitar stand. I love these things for how small they fold up. It's basically kind of an A-frame stand, but it's got these 3 feet on the back that I think make it a little bit more sturdy. It's got the padded surface where your guitar touches, and then they fold up. And I can easily get 2 of these by cleverly Tetrising them. I can get 2 of these in the Pelican case that I just showed you, or the Apache case that I just showed you. So I can get 2 guitar stands folded up that go right in that case, so I don't have to carry a bunch of guitar stands under my arms with a bunch of other things. So yeah, that's why I really like these, the Hercules Trav Lite guitar stands. Number 3, the Atomic Amplifier Box. This is my emergency backup. If my FM3 goes out, or if the real amp that I'm playing goes out, I have an emergency backup with an XLR jack. All I gotta do is grab the mic that is pointed at my amp, or grab the XLR cable that's going into my FM3, jam it in here, and I am back in business. There are lots of other micro solutions now. I don't have any special loyalty to this. And by the way, I should say, I don't have any special loyalty to any of the companies I'm talking about here. I don't have relationships with them. And they don't even know I'm doing this video. So there's nothing like that going on. These are just products that I found. There are a lot of other products like this little amplifier box that I would like to try, but a lot of them don't have the XLR, which isn't a deal breaker, but I just like knowing that I can just grab the mic and put it right into there, and I'm back in business. I don't have to madly go hunting for some other kind of cable or something while there's a bunch of dead air happening. So that's why I've stuck with this up to this point. Number 2, the Pedal Python pedal management system, aka a pedal snake. And I love these. These changed my world. Instead of having a million cables that you got to plug in each separately, and you're basically setting up a hopscotch station across the stage where you're going to be tripping over cables and stuff. It's just one snaked cable that you throw out. He even sells handy little stickers so that you can mark what each end is supposed to plug into. It's relatively inexpensive. It also comes with this kind of a heavy-duty Velcro thing on the one end that you can use to loop in your amp handle as a strain relief for the cables that are plugging into your amp. And I love these things. These just made everything so much easier. I have a 20-footer and a 30-footer that I'll take one or the other to, you know, if I know the stage where I'm going and I know it's a bigger or smaller stage, I'll take the 20 or the 30-footer. I used to have a lot more different kinds of cables that went through here. I would have audio cables, MIDI cables. Now I'm down to just 3 cables in each snake. But even with only 3 cables in the snake, it still makes life so much easier. It's really inexpensive. If you're not snaked up, get snaked up, man. And number 1, the Likato wireless guitar system. I don't know if that's the right way to pronounce it, but it's Likato, L-E-K-A-T-O. Why am I struggling so hard with a brand name? Because nobody's ever heard of these. But they sell them on Amazon, and you can get this wireless guitar system for 60 bucks. I've used lots of guitar wireless systems. I've used them from Shure. I've used them from, was it Nady? I've used a bunch. These are as good as anything out there, in my opinion. They don't use batteries. They get charged, you know, with an adapter that goes in the side, just like a USB cord, just like a phone or something. They have an internal battery that you recharge. At the level that I'm gigging at, I don't see a need to spend more than 60 bucks on a wireless guitar unit anymore. If there's some crazy, you know, ears of a bat tonal difference, I haven't detected it. Do they have a built-in tuner? No. Do they have some of the other cool features that some of the more expensive units have? No. Do they look a little dorky because you got this dongle hanging off of your input jack? Or maybe, you know, but so what? It's 60 bucks. It's dependable. I've gigged with these a bunch. I have yet to experience a dropout with these, honestly. I don't want to throw any other makers under the bus, but I've used some other wireless units that were in the $500, $600, $700 range, and I've experienced lots of dropouts with those. I have yet to experience dropouts with these. I'm not saying I won't. I very likely will, but I haven't yet. So that's why I think they're as good as anything out there as far as the wireless functionality of it. I think they sound great, and this is where I'm at the moment. And a bonus, and this one is ultra cheap. The Altoids Tin. If you aren't using Altoid tins to put stuff in, you're doing it wrong, man. I use Altoid tins for everything. This one's got picks, emergency earplugs, because you never know when you're gonna need an earplug for some kind of crazy reason. It's got an emergency Allen wrench in there if I'm using a Floyd. I keep one of these in every single guitar case that I have. I have an Altoid tin full of similar things in my Apache gigging cases. I have an Altoid tin velcroed to my pedal board with picks and wrenches and emergency earplugs. You got to get on the Altoids thing if you're not already. I think most people are hip to this, but if you're not, you know, enjoy some curiously strong peppermints, and then when you're done, upcycle the tin. It's the way to go, man. You get delicious mints, you get to save the world or save the environment, and you get to join the crowd, the throngs of us who already know about the Altoid tins. And that is it. Those are my 5 favorite gig gadgets plus a bonus. I hope you found that useful in your gigging life. Again, this had nothing to do with Warmoth, but it was brought to you by Warmoth, and so I hope that's good enough. If you have any questions about Warmoth stuff, make sure and check out our website or give our customer service reps a call. And until next time, keep on picking.